Hello lurkers, and hello you archaeologists. I'm the Johnstruct. Welcome to the proximity. I'm about to begin a HollowBody adventure. Some parts of this game may be considered violent, disturbing, or cruel. It is best enjoyed with a controller. It contains flashing lights that may make it unsuitable for people with photosensitive epilepsy or other photosensitive conditions. Player discretion is advised. So I've been playing a run of games recently. Horror games, indie horror games. I shall list them for you. The first one I played went by the name of... I have forgotten. Dang it! I should have made a list or something, shouldn't I? Right, I can actually just look at my Steam library and just scroll down. That is what I'm doing right now. This, of course, is HollowBody. I'm the Johnstruct. Welcome to the proximity. I think I said that already, but I feel like I can say it again. Now, I'm not talking about your Resident Evils or your Silent Hills, though I have played those as well. No, I'm talking about recent games that have been inspired by them, and inspired by the sort of resurgence of the genre thanks to the newer Resident Evils. I've gone back too far, I think. The problem is I don't remember the name, so I don't know what name I'm looking for when I'm scrolling looking for the name. Where are you? I need a list of games that I've completed. See, that's too far back. I've gone too far back. You can't see what I'm looking at, but I'm looking at a list of Steam games. I was also doing a Resident Evil playthrough. I have this thing called the Fights and Frights playlist. I started with 1996. I went 1997, 1998, and I played either a fighter game or a frighter game. That's what I used to do on Thursday and Fridays. I still do it, but I used to as well. There are some games on that list. See, that's wrong. I need to update that. There are some games on that list that you think might be missing, you know, like Silent Hill 1 and 2. I probably already played those games, or because 2 games came out the same year, I just sort of played it separately. So I did use that opportunity to play through Resident Evil 1, 2, Nemesis, Code Veronica, 4, 5, 6, 7, and tomorrow I'm going to be starting Resident Evil 2 again, but the remake. Because I kind of held back on playing through that series. But, as I said, recently, I've been playing these... I found it. I've been playing these throwbacks. So one's called Tormented Souls. And Tormented Souls starts with the same disclaimer. This game might be considered violent or cruel. Because everyone wants to use the Silent Hill disclaimer. And Tormented Souls really wanted to be Resident Evil and Silent Hill at the same time. It had sort of AA graphics. It looked pretty good, but it meant I judged it slightly harder because of that. It has too many ideas as far as I'm concerned, and they don't all work. I had it just sort of concentrated on the one idea and did it better. I would have liked it more, but I still enjoyed it. You know, it's got faults. All games have faults, but yeah. It was just trying too much. The game I played after that was called Crow Country, and Crow Country has like a much more PS1 vibe to it. I think that was really good. It is shorter. It is less willing to kill you, but it's more about those puzzles. It lets you see sort of from above. It's much more confident in its own look, and it's made by less people as well. I think it might even be just made by the one person. Massive recommend for Crow Country. It even has a really good story, to be honest, because of its sort of cutesy graphics, because it's not just PS1, it's like a throwback to Final Fantasy VII's graphics. What if Resident Evil was made in that style instead. I haven't finished, but I'm currently playing a game called Heartworm, which leans much more in the Silent Hill direction. It's a lot more to do with vibes and metaphor. I'm not really sure what's actually going on in terms of what's actually happening. Like, I can follow the plot, but because it's sort of all metaphor and dreamlike, I don't know what's actually happening to the main character, or if we are in fact going to these strange places. But that's fine, because the game has established that it's more of a vibe, metaphor-y game, whereas something like Tormented Souls very much sets itself in the real world and then says, oh, but also these weird shit things can happen. And I'm like, that's a lot you're doing in one game. You know, imagine a Resident Evil's like, the zombies, but also there's aliens on the moon, and you're like, that's a lot for one game. Establish one thing at a time. So we get to HollowBody. Now, I like to try out the next games before I finish the previous ones, so I won't be properly playing HollowBody until I finish Heartworm. And I reckon I'm like 70% of the way through that game. I'll finish it. And I know very little about it, but like, they keep it got included in bundles with other games, so I was like, yeah, it's reasonably priced. It's midnight right now. Too late for me to be streaming. I do have work in the office tomorrow. The spookiest thing. Hello, Cafe Claire. I was just oh no, I've been infected by a spooky game. I was just explaining to my hypothetical and apparently quite real audience that I've been playing lots of spooky horror games recently. Indie spooky horror games. And this is the latest on the list. And that I haven't actually finished the one I have to finish. Oh, then very much a real thing. I don't need to repeat myself either. Let's dive on in. I think that's a long enough introduction. I've indulged myself. Let's press new game. Also, I'm going to use the controller because it did explicitly go out its way. We will play the intended experience. I like the framing of that. Sure. What I will also add is going back to Tormented Souls. It very much wanted to do the puzzle, the kind of maze puzzle thing where... Alright, so Resident Evil 1 does this the best, where you have a hub and you you splunk in different directions. And some of them are more dangerous than others, so you have to figure out the logical directions. Tormented Souls isn't really doing that. Despite the sort of freedom in getting lost, there is only a linear path you can take in Tormented Souls. But I will say game structure is like a difficult thing. And for a small team, that's easily forgiven. And honestly, the further along in that game, when it's flowing nicely, it works really well. There are puzzles where you have to walk around and jump to the other side of the place. The only issue I had with that game is, one, right at the start of the game, the saving using the typewriters or whatever it is, it's like tape reels. It's really harsh right at the beginning. And some of the, just some of the choices they made aesthetically, I don't agree with. But like other people, I imagine might. Crow Country, it just does such a good job of being itself. I know it's like somebody trying to talk about Drive and being like, well, it just felt artistic. And like, I appreciate it's a rubbish review in terms of explaining stuff. Just like, essentially, because it's a top-down or third diagonal view, whatever that's called, isometric-ish, you see the map much more easily, even though it's not. It's just the entire theme park is laid out like in a logical way, so you're never actually lost. You can always maneuver, and it's just more about solving those puzzles, and it's always giving you the items so you can fight back and stuff like that. So it just wants you to have fun doing the puzzles. Heartworm has sort of the least to it. I'm going to press this button so we actually go in. I'm going to go recommended fixed and dynamic camera, no player control. If that's what you want me to do, I'll do that. It's fine. Heartworm is all about those camera angles. Again, it wants to be Silent Hill. It wants to be artistic in its horror. In the mid-21st century, a catastrophic incident unfolded along the western coast of the British Isles. Ooh, I get to play in my own country. It's so rare I get to do that. Although the suspected bioterrorism attack of unknown origins targeting one of the numerous British cities long since plagued by the economic hardship and depravity. Okay, economic hardship? Sure. Depravity? What are you even describing there? That's those fucking Morris dancers. As panic swept the nation, authorities and private security firms raced against time to evacuate the fortunate few deemed high-value citizens to the neighbouring city of Aonis. You didn't even try to make that sound like a British location. A sprawling metropolis constructed atop the man-made landmass. Oh, fair enough, floating in the expanse of North Atlantic Ocean. I still think you wouldn't call it Aonis, but it's fine, it's fine. Fearing the unchecked contagion could spread, isn't this the plot of Superman Returns? Towering walls were erected around the western cities, sealing them off from the rest of civilization. Also, the plot to one of the Resident Evils, one of the 3DS ones, Terra Gricia. Weeks of relenting orbital strikes rained down on what were once bustling urban centres, incinerating any vestiges of hope for those abandoned within the quarantine zones. Oh shit! Cornwall probably doesn't find out about that until like 20 years later, to be honest. We wouldn't even notice. 6 long decades have passed since the fall of the western cities. While many who suffered strive to forget, there's still those fighting for answers and justice. So yeah, Heartworm. UN RPC Research Team City Limits. Looks like I'm playing. I was about to say Half-Life 2, but then I was reminded of a game I've not played for fucking years. Project something. Fuck.
Sasha, time to spill the beans.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to try and remember that game. Oh wow, I might have to put that on my list. The gimmick is it's a first-person shooter, and you don't have lives in that. You have to start the level again if you die. So you just have to know where. Is it Project IGI? You just have to know where all the people are. So you go through the levels and you shoot them one by one. And the very first level has like one of those big bubbles in. I think, is it Project IGI? Whatever. Let's play HollowBody. Let's stop talking about things that aren't HollowBody.
What's your trauma?
I'm not sure I get what you mean.
Come on, we've all got one. Signing up with an underfunded group of activists, pushing back against everything those fuckers hand over us.
Fuckers.
You don't make a call like that without some kind of beef. Personally, mine's pretty vanilla. They took my son.
Oh, gee. Really? I'm sorry.
That's public schools for you. Kid fell into the wrong group, got offered a way out. He signed up 2 years ago now.
I've heard stories.
Yeah, I raised him to be smarter than that, or at least I thought so. Fucking parasites always find a way in. Fill the kids' heads with lies.
Looking for answers.
And justice.
My mother was one of the kids that made it out. Her parents weren't so lucky. We all know someone screwed up. That much they couldn't hide. I'm just sick of no one being held accountable.
Right, hence this team. You wanted to get close. Start at the source and work your way back.
So I mentioned Half-Life because it looked a bit like Half-Life. It is indeed doing the 10-minute Half-Life intro, apparently.
Yes, something like that. She passed 2 months back now. I guess this is just my way of making sense of that.
I will say, I'm fine with it, but if you ever want me to play this game, HollowBody, you might want to add a way of skipping this scene.
I'm sorry. It's an all too familiar story. We're among friends here. We'll get answers no matter what.
I hope so.
It's Johnny 2 suitcases. Make your way to the beach with Charlie. It's Charlie 2 suitcases, actually. I think you're fine. I think this is a horror game. I might have misread it. Either way, it's going to be an interesting experience, I'm sure. I mean, after we finish just walking places. I thought that was a tint. I hope you enjoyed that. Look at that skeleton. Dead fish. Ooh, there's another guy.
Hey guys, no Mark?
He said he was heading back here. Had to ask you about something?
Yeah, he's not here. I mean, obviously. Mark! Buddy!
Mark!
Is he here?
Did you say anything else? No, he just bailed halfway up the hill.
Nothing scarier than the West Country accent.
Somewhere. Sasha, why don't you check along the beach whilst we finish setting up here? He's probably off taking a dump or something.
Yeah, sure. I'm on it.
Oi. Alright, what am I doing? LB to run. Right, we are cooking with gas.
Don't get yourself lost too.
Hello? Mark? Damn, where could he have gone? Mark! Hello? Mark, come on! We've got a job to do!
Slightly distracted by the cut of the suit. At first I thought it was because like her waist was too far down. It might be that. But then it's like, why would the suit even conform like that? I think it might be just that. Okay, she doesn't seem to give a shit about that mask. I don't. I'm going to risk being petty here because, and I'm less inclined to when it's again when it's an indie game. But I would have been tempted to start the game right here and flash back to the beginning later.
Hello? Mark! You in here?
Because this is a much more interesting setup. Though, my eyes aren't going to like travelling with a flashing light here. Okay, we're not allowed to run. I did briefly wonder if I misjudged the game, but it literally does quote Silent Hill. I hope you have more than one. Okay, you do. That's what people from West Country look like. Folk round here ain't from round here. They're from Devon. I know Devon's not West Country. It's Micah's apartment. City of Aeonis, 12 days later.
Meek, my guy pulled through. He's got the pass. You sure you want to do this?
She's still out there, Tax. Somewhere. Scared and alone.
I get it, Meek. You got about 24 hours before the clearance gets flagged. You missed that window, and I've got 2 lost friends.
We Blade Runner now.
My guy's waiting on the east sheets, Borough 7 near the underpass.
Is that Motoko?
Once he's flashed the clearance mod on your hover, he'll set you up with some blocker fluid. You'll need to take it when you're about an hour from the city limits. I'll keep you on contact, but you know as well as me, anything happens out there, you're on your own. Last chance, Meek. You sure this is the right call?
She's coming home, Tax.
She's coming home. She's coming. She is coming home. She's okay, John, tone. 4 hours later. 12 days previously, presumably. Haha!
Severe weather conditions identified.
You think? What gave it away?
Several of my atmospheric sensors are reading concerning levels.
That was a rhetorical question, babe.
I recommend that we establish a safe landing zone with the utmost urgency.
It's all right, we will. We're about 3 miles out from where Sasha was posted. You think you can hold on?
There is a statistical probability that ignoring these warnings may result in an incident with fatal repercussions. Sorry, I am unable to process your request. The root function
Beep.
termination is protected and will require administrator.
I woke to the acrid smell of an electrical fire, rain pounding down on the cracked windshield of my hover. I tried to call for help, but my radio couldn't catch a signal through the storm. Sasha was out there somewhere. If we had to stand any chance of getting out of here, I need an evac plan. To find a vantage point, someplace high enough to get a signal on my radio and call for help. Wide-angle lens. This wasn't over. I'd like it to begin. What if Blade Runner was in the UK? Alright, I just want to... I'm getting slight VN vibes, but not Japanese VN. There's probably a name for that. But unfortunately, if you give those vibes, you're now competing against another game, which is a really unfair comparison. Because what was it called? I'm going down through my list again. I don't know how much actual gameplay is in this, but there was a difficulty rating, so I'm assuming some. What's it called? I'm scrolling. I'm still scrolling. I'll tell you when I've stopped scrolling. Maybe I should scroll faster? No, not Little Nightmares. What was it called? I forgot I bought Shadow Man. May have to stop. Dang it, why can I not remember names of things? Okay, 1,000 Times Resist. Now, 1,000 Times Resist was more of a story game than it was a game. I.e., it was a visual novel that had 3D walking around in it and lots of sort of cyberpunk style imagery. 1,000 Times Resist is a really good story though. But I was also like making these sorts of comments at the start of the game because you're in fresh territory, and you've got to you know, you're in a mysterious place. You tether it to things you know. But I just if people don't know what 1,000 Times Resist is, it's really good. I'd like massive recommend. That it should have been on people's top 10 lists of the year, easily. So again, not a fair comparison to make, especially since I'm pretty sure this is a horror game. A medical repair spray has been left in the back of the ambulance. Yes, I shall take that. I'm thinking this is more of a survival horror.
Doesn't have a shelf life.
But it's interesting. This is why I like checking out these indie horror games, because they all harken back to Resident Evil and Silent Hill, but they've all got like different ideas of how to evolve it, which I was about to say the AAA studios haven't, but actually that's a lie, isn't it? Capcom literally did reinvent themselves several times, but not anyone else outside of Capcom and recently whoever made the Silent Hill games. But like, I think you know what I mean. Like, it's very slim, the people that I've explored. Like I've got Obscure 1 and 2 because they're on sale for like £2 each, and they were like back in the day Western fake Resident Evil games. Sasha's letter. Micah, honey, you might want to be sitting down for this one. I took the job. I know how you feel. I care about how you feel. But this is too important to me. I'm losing sleep over this shit. I keep running it through my head over and over, and each time I feel like there's a piece missing. You said you don't understand, but I don't need you to understand. I need you to know that this isn't about you and me. It's some one-way trip. I'm not going there to die. I'm going there because I need to know something. Team's all checked out. We've got a way in and an afternoon to find something concrete. We'll be in and out before we know it. The whole thing will be just another job. Please don't hurt me, I love you. So, one of the reasons why I like will rave about Crow Country is it didn't have a lot of writing like this. It's why I like, it's very confident in what it was good at and what it was bad at. And there were conversations, there were writings, but they were short and brief and to the point, and there was no like wasted words in that game. Whereas Heartworm there's a lot of sort of not poetry but sort of mood pieces. A lot of the writings were just wanting you to feel grief, and that's fair enough. It's serving a purpose, though it is a bit flowery. Whereas the writing in and I'm going to keep comparing it to these games because I think these are the fairer comparisons. The writing in Tormented Souls is a bit rubbish. There's lots of diary entries written by somebody who I didn't think was a fantastic writer. Not that, again, Resident Evil had particularly good at writing. Everyone remembers Itchy Tasty, but it is literally... Actually, Resident Evil 1, the diary entries are probably the spookiest things in those games. Especially compared to the really camp story. Here's my gun. Here's my bullets. There's a radio. Oh, we have radios. Why didn't the other people have radios? There's a lighter. There's a repair spray. Do we... Okay. That's what it wanted me to do. Cool. This is a really interesting zoom. It feels... There's a whole host of games from... It's, I think, like PlayStation 2 era. Rustin Parr. One of the, which is, I believe, the name of the location of the Blair Witch Project. Somebody made a Rustin Parr game. It's secretly a tie-in to their, like, universe, which is really funny. They're like, yeah, Blair Witch happens, but in our universe. And now I might want to go back to that as well. Select the Kotak. My trusty Kotak, it's old tech but near impossible for someone to monitor the signal. I don't like that the writing is on top of the writing. You can't really tell there, but it is. Obviously.
What do you think you're doing? My husband has work in the morning.
It's just a precaution. All residents are advised to stay in their homes until further notice.
This is absurd. You have no right to tell us what to do. Just wait till my man hears about this.
Mom, we understand the inconvenience, but failure to comply will result in a blacklist for you and your family.
Shut your blacklist. Let me through.
Mom, state regulation requires you to be compliant in any and all mandated.
Parasites, the lot of you. Prisoners in our own damned homes.
Quite like the acting. Ooh. We're very zoomed out. The thing about old Resident Evils is they're also on really small screens. So being this zoomed out on a wide screen is kind of novel. So I'm like having to figure out like what it reminds me of. And obviously old Resident Evils aren't 3D backgrounds. If you think of Code Veronica and of Dino Crisis, they have 3D backgrounds, but they're also really fucking boring because the tech wasn't there yet. And like when it's drawn backgrounds, they look great. So this is quite a unique look to it. I needed to go somewhere high for the signal. What's that? Completely consumed by this old car. Okay, I have a quick selection. I don't know what any of those mean. We have a map. bother me, but okay. Some regulation recycle bins. So what I will say is this is a big old area, and I'm relying on this abstract 3D map, which I've forgotten how to get to. I guess we want to go there. Son. I don't know how to save the game yet. I'll run around the other side. Stuff has completely covered this side of the building, sealing the doors shut. Maybe I can find another way in. I hate to say it, but I might have to cut this short.
Okay. Time to find a way up to the roof.
I think the combination of it being late and those flashing lights I had to deal with in the cave have put a bit of a strain on my eyes. I'm struggling a bit. Which is a shame because I didn't get a chance to have a pretty stream today. Storage box locked with a large padlock. Maybe I can find a way to pry it open. Gator House register has been added to the documents. List of residents found in the Gator House. Some names appear to be a moniker. This document must predate the citizen EID scheme. There's a bunch of names, which I'm not going to go through, obviously. You might be looking for somebody in particular. Okay, did just autosave. That's good. I don't know how you actually save though. It's reminding me of Cronus a bit. We used to be happy. Let's lock is blocked with some kind of expanding foam. There's no power running to the elevator. I'm sorry, what did you call that? It's a lift. Gate is locked tight. Yeah, I will say, Americanisms have infected the UK because of the internet, but we would call it lift. But it is easy to lose those words. Won't budge. Locked with an electronic lock. Oh, it's shut. Bad shut. And he's making horrible noises.
Oh, God.
It's Catherine Dow. Unemployed. I think she's dead. Acute dehydration. Void. It's trash. No, it's not. It's rubbish. We don't call it trash in the UK. Or litter. Gross, the sheets are stained. It's full of old, rotten garments. It's a very bright bulb. Full of old clothes and other useless junk. What am I missing? I couldn't see the door. video phone. These things are practically antiques now.
Oh, Jesus.
It's Thurston M. He's also unemployed and also dead. He was on his VR. Found some revolver ammo. Still haven't figured out how to save the game. I'll read that in a bit. I'll read that now, apparently. Social enrichment charity Sherwood announces monumental investment to revamp Barnston's infrastructure and economy. In groundbreaking move to redefine the Barnston landscape, Sherwood, a philanthropic organisation, has declared plans for a transformative investment aimed at revitalising the city's infrastructure. Initiative aims to usher in a new era of prosperity, promising job opportunities and modern transit systems in a city marred by economic struggles and social challenges. In a statement released by Sherwood's CEO, Sarah Reynolds, the organisation expressed its commitment to fostering positive change. We believe every community deserves a chance to thrive. Our investment in Barnsdon aims to create a sustainable and vibrant future for its residents by addressing the systemic issues that have been held the city back far too long. Oh, there's a lot of writing. The announcement sparked enthusiasm among residents, evils, businesses and officials. Mayor Robert Thompson hailed it as a turning point, welcoming Sherwood's commitment and the transformative potential, underscores dedication, yada yada yada. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna skip that. It's just add copy. Already. You know what I want in a map? I want it to be constantly rotating. It's my favourite thing about maps. Having them be slightly inconvenient. I think we were here already. I'd like to zoom in on the map, please. If I do this I can zoom in, but that requires me holding down a button.
Babe, are you sure you're alright? You've not touched your dinner.
I'm hungry.
Did you guys eat after work? Or...
I'm not hungry.
He's not hungry.
Oh, come on, you didn't take your lunch with you today. You have to eat something.
Get out.
What?
Take a walk. Give me some fucking space.
Honey, you're scaring me. Please tell me what's wrong. We can work this out.
I'm fine. I'm not hungry. I hate
some space. Maybe this construction job wasn't such a great idea.
Take a walk.
It's raining out. Where can I go?
I said, take a walk.
This is our home. I live here.
Get the fuck out of my house.
Moldy plates and cutlery. Gross. Disgusting. Or death. So many of these people didn't make it out. Pile of trash. It's no use to me. No, I saw that one already. Oh, I can't even check that door. One second. HollowBody, how do I save? Okay, I'm looking for telephones apparently. That was 15 minutes ago. Okay, we'll go to the arrow. I wanted to see if this would autosave or not. If not, there's probably a save point outside. I didn't know what they looked like. No. Oh, that was worth a try. Right, I'm probably missing something obvious, but my brain stopped working. So I'm gonna just run to a telephone box and let you go. I will try this out one more time. Would have been nice. I should have started streaming like several hours ago. I just was tired today. And of course, I'll give this a proper play, hopefully, after I finish Worm. But I don't think I've played this enough to really give this a fair shake yet. I'm sensing there are no save points yet, which is a shame because I would like to save right now. Oh, no, no. That's not a save. It's just the start. I tell you what, I'm just sort of running around being lost looking for a save point, and there's a chance I won't find one. I'm just going to let you go here, assuming there's either one close or I'll just have to redo this section. It's a shame because I'll just have to look for all the doors again. Would have just been nice to have a save point at the start of the game. There we go. Paper is covered with those numbers and dates. Some lines appear to be marked with a red X. Seems to be some sort of observation report, possibly monitoring activities of various residents. It's a couple of days later, and I'm picking this back up. I had to load the game, obviously, which meant I had to go around and pick up some bullets and all that, but I did find this while I was doing that, so this is presumably where I'm supposed to carry on from. A key card is grasped in the body's hand. I don't know, I might have even picked that up before, but I was feeling a little, well, I was quite tired. I'll take the room key. It says 231. I think it said 231. Now, is the building in a layout that makes sense for the numbers? That's 210. Like, what would be lovely is if I could see the numbers up here, you know? It's probably the direction I need to go there. I will say, I think the camera swaying is making me feel a little unwell. 23. Is it just 23? Oh, it's just 23. There we go. Won't budge. There's a big hole. Floors collapse to the room below. Shall I jump down? Yes. Yes, I shall. I mean, I wouldn't jump. I'd sort of carefully... Oh, or you could just fucking jump. Missile lies dormant, buried under the rubble. Is it active? Don't want to wait around to find out. Is that a phone? Hello?
Hello? Is anyone there?
You don't belong here. Should have stayed where it's warm. Like little sparrow.
I'm sorry, who is this?
Patience, baby bird. Should have barely spread your wings.
How is this line still active?
Some things refuse to die.
Why are you talking like that?
This is my home. This was always my home.
Right.
Layers upon layers. Concrete and dirt. Sickness till death.
Yeah, this is a waste of my time. I'm hanging up.
Watch out for the strays. They haven't had a proper meal in weeks.
Creepy fucking robot.
There we go. That's all I needed to do to actually save the game, apparently. Oh, because it's a telephone, I see. Yes. Then I think I shall actually leave you here. Mainly because I haven't finished Heartworm yet. Like I thought I was further away from the telephone, but I was not. So thank you very much for watching. We'll quit the title. I've been the Johnstruct. I've been having a HollowBody adventure. I probably will carry this on, to be honest. I think I was a little unfair the last time I played it. I want to get a little bit further before I judge it. But yeah, farewell. See you next time. My face was supposed to disappear there, but the button didn't work. Thanks, OBS. Now I have two faces.